Alright, hello guys, and Happy New Year. This is Void19 with a special video where I'm going to be showing off my favorite Pokemon glitch of all time. What is it, you may ask? It is the Dokokashira door glitch, a relatively unknown glitch that lets you beat Pokemon Green in 5 minutes. It's really cool, and I wish more people knew about it. It's basically because it only works in the Japanese version that no one really does it or knows about it. It also doesn't help that for some reason Visual Boy Advance will not do the glitch properly. I've tried it I don't know how many times on my emulator and it won't work, and every time I try on my cartridge it does work. There are some emulators out there that will perform the glitch properly, but VBA is my favorite and it doesn't. So as a result, you're getting to see it recorded straight from my Game Boy Advance in all of its blurry glory. Sorry about the focus. My camera's a moron and wouldn't actually focus on the screen. It likes to focus somewhere right behind the screen. So you're just going to have to deal with some blur, but this is about as good as I can do. Anyway, enough rambling about the recording, and I will tell you what this glitch actually does for those of you who don't know. What we're going to be doing is exploiting a glitch that's only in the first production of the Red and Green Japanese games, where you can switch Pokemon and items to mess around in your RAM. So like I said, the end result of this is going to be to beat the Elite Four in 5 minutes. So while the boring intro is starting, I will explain how to actually do this glitch. You're going to want to play the game normally up through getting Oak's Parcel, but you also want to make sure you have at least one potion in your bag at the time. Because what we're going to be doing is switching Oak's Parcel with our first Pokemon, walking a certain number of steps to overwrite some memory addresses, and then we will warp eventually to the Elite Four. If that doesn't make sense, I will try to explain that now during the very boring battle with Gary. So you know in most Pokemon games, when you go into your bag, you can change the order of items by pressing select. When you do that, your arrow, you get like the white silhouette of your arrow, and you can click on another item and flip-flop their places. Well, in the first versions of Pokemon Red and Green for Japan, you could actually quit out of the bag after selecting an item without ever changing it if you just press the B button. So you would essentially quit out of the bag but still have the swap items selected. And then you would get into a battle, fight a wild Pokemon, and go to your Pokemon Select screen and click on your Pokemon, effectively switching it with the item that you still had selected. This wreaks all kind of havoc with your game, but one convenient thing it does is it lets you warp. It can overwrite the warp address in your RAM, and that's what we want to do. So I'll explain in more detail the exact steps that we need to take when they happen, but that's the general idea of the glitch and basically how it works. So now that we finished fighting Gary, we are going to want to head to Viridian and get Oak's Parcel. I'm going to make one quick stop along the way. Well, two, I guess, because I got a wild encounter. But I'm going to pick up a potion from the sales representative who's just to the upper left of where I am now. I think for speedrunning, it's slightly faster to get a potion from him versus getting one out of your PC. So if you're interested in doing this as fast as humanly possible without tassing it, you can get his potion instead. I have done this in a speedrun, and I've gotten about 4.5 minutes of in-game time. This video obviously is not optimal because I've already run into 2 wild Pokemon and crashed into several walls. But I rest assured you can do it faster than I do it in this video. But yeah, I think that's all of the basics you need. There are a couple important things to do or not to do, and I will mention them when they are relevant. But yeah, the first thing you want to do is, with a potion, you want to get Oak's Parcel. The game won't let you swap the items properly if you don't have 2 in your bag, so you need to do that. But now we have already everything we need to do the glitch. So what we want to do is, like I said, switch an item with a Pokemon. So we're going to head back close to Pallet Town, into the patch of grass right in front of it, and then I'll start setting up the glitch. I think I encounter a wild Pidgey or something here, and we'll just run away from it. Yeah, it looks like a... Yeah, Pidgey. Okay. Yeah, so we'll run away from this, and then I will set up the glitch. Alright, so you're going to want to go into your bag and select Oak's Parcel, which should be the second one. Hit select, you can see the white arrow comes up, and then quit out of the menu pressing B. I realize I did that kind of fast in the video, but hit select on the item you want to swap, go down to cancel, don't press A, and hit B. You'll quit out of the menu with the item still selected. And here I'm a moron trying to find a Pokemon in Pallet Town. There aren't any Pokemon in those lower two patches of grass. So in the upper two, we find a Rattata. Now for the second part of this glitch, we're going to go to our Pokemon Select screen and click on Charmander. See, it glitches out because we've switched Charmander with the item. Now you're going to want to enter the fight screen and then run from the battle. It's important to enter the fight screen or you'll get caught in an infinite loop. And also you want to run immediately because if the other Pokemon uses Growl, the game will crash. But yeah, those are two very important things. And now we want to walk 84 to 88 steps after this wild encounter to set the correct memory address. So yeah, this is me walking back and forth in front of our rival's house for, I think, 86 steps is how many I take. But on step 84 through 88, you want to enter this house here. Just going to walk back and forth a few more times. And now we enter it, and we are in Route 7. If you did this correctly, you will be in Route 7 too. So now we're going to want to walk to the Pokemon Center in Celadon. We're going to enter and immediately leave the Pokemon Center. And now take a straight line path to the shop, or the mart as they're called in the American versions. And we will enter the door here. And warp to the Elite Four past Lance. We can walk right past Gary and into the Pokemon registration screen. And congratulations, you have just beaten the game without fighting anyone but Gary, and with one now glitched as crap Pokemon. But we'll register in the Hall of Fame here, and I don't know if you can make out the number, but it says 6 minutes. I've done it, like I said, in 4.5 or 5. But yeah, it's a really, really cool glitch. I really like it. No one ever talks about it because it only works in the Japanese games, but you should really check it out if you can get an emulator that it works with, or the actual game like I have here. And I'm showing you now that I have not used any Game Shark or Action Replay or any hacking devices. This is just a normal Game Boy SP with Pokemon Green Japanese game in it. I don't actually know where you put a Action Replay on an SP because I've never used it. The game crashed here because I jiggled the cartridge a little too much, but that's not because of the glitch. Anyway, here's a picture of my cartridge if you care. But yeah, so my favorite glitch in Pokemon, try it out, it's awesome, and see you all later.